Welcome to live drum practice. I was making sure the records are going. They're going now. So it's going to kind of be a chill morning. I was up pretty late last night working on somebody else's song. So just kind of waking up, getting my morning started, having a little coffee. I just want to get these tempos up to speed before I have to go teach lessons again. If you guys want this music or I want the sheet music or want to help support us, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We appreciate your support. Obviously, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Ask questions. We'd love to help you out. If you become a member, you can tell us what songs you want to learn, songs you want sheet music for, or even videos for. I really don't want to start with this first one, but I might as well. And maybe we'll slow the tempo down just a little bit. Let's try 58. And we're going to kind of pick up where we left off yesterday. I'm going to try to relax a little bit more and not play with so much tension, which is something that we should all be doing. And the big thing, I think, is just kind of hearing those rhythms where they're supposed to land. Not thinking so much about counting, which you got to count. And sometimes you have to count until you don't have to count anymore. But I really want my hands to tell me 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I want that to tell me where these 16th notes are. 1 E, 2 E. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4, or 4 and. So the more you spend, you can hear it there, right? There's tightness as soon as I put both together. There wasn't when I was counting the kick drum. The more you count them separately by themselves, the more when you put them together, they get tighter. They can kind of feed off each other, I guess is a good way to say it. So let's see if 58's doable. Obviously, the hands are pretty easy because they're just eighth notes. 2 and 3 and 4 and... 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. So it's tough for me if I don't think about counting them, I can't do it. And 58's a little fast, but let's see if I can just put together. We'll do a couple more with just kicks. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E 4 and E 4 E. So not counting the right numbers, might need more coffee, but played it right. So maybe part of it is as we get up these faster tempos, right? It's really hard to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4. I was having the same thing with Believer when I try to count sixlets. It's not going put 6 beats into one is tough to do when you're going at that faster tempo. So maybe it's really hearing that E E E E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and still a mental exercise, right? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 E 2 E 3 E 4 and 1 E. I always want to put a beat on 4 for some reason. 1 E 2 E 3 E 4 and. One E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. Excuse me. All right, let's speed that up. Being a little tired, right? I'm not gonna be as picky as I usually am. I'm kind of be like, this is kind of a show up practice. Better than skipping a day, because skipping a day I might lose some stuff. Here it's just like, whew, this can be a little bit hard, but we're gonna get it done. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4, and 1 E. It's hard to do, especially if you're not counting out loud. And a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and so just gonna be a lot of that. And obviously with most stuff it connects after a while. Like it's pushing this tempo as far as you can, counting as much as you can, then all of a sudden one day you're gonna pick it up and it's just gonna go. What's up, Robert? How's your morning going? Morning or early afternoon? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Dude, I'm just gotta put in some time in today. It's not gonna be a very awake practice. I'm just waking up and getting started, but that's about it. Teaching lessons this afternoon. What are you up to today, my guy? Not right now, Robert. I'm focusing today, so I'll play my toms later in the song. It'll actually be after the chorus. You must be a tom guy. Be a good song for you to check out. Robert, check out my band, Lamech Higher Ground. There's a good tom part at the beginning of that song. If you like toms, it's a good one for you to listen to. Today's got to be a diligent focus because I only got like 45 minutes. One E, a 2 E, and a 3 E, and a 4, and 1, and 2, and... really trying when my kicks come in to not rush them and not lose the purpose of what we're doing. Robert, here's the high tom. You're rewarded. Here's the mid tom. And my coffee's on the low tom. So that's not happening. So every time I'm going to start with just like trying to jump into the beat and see if I can like start that engine. And every time I suck at that, I'll go back to just probably hi-hat so I can hear where that kick's supposed to land. Played that last beat wrong, but I feel like I'm playing the hi-hat like the softest thing you've ever heard, where he lays into it. So something I'll have to change as we get up to speed. All right, let's speed this up. So I feel like we're faster than we were yesterday, so that's good. I know I definitely didn't get to 72. Again, doesn't mean anything's perfect, right? Just the idea of it's there. Trying something new. It's not working, but I'm trying it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 3 E and a 4 and E, a 2 E, a 3 E now. And and 4 and so I think right now we're just going to leave it at 72, which is, again, better than I was yesterday. And if I got enough time, I'll come back to it before I'm done. So it's good to push the tempos. Let's slow this down to 60. I mean, I try to make this parallel to lifting weights a lot. Clearly, I need to do that a little bit more in my life. But like, you're at the gym. You don't start on your heavyweights, right? You slow down a little bit, work your way back up to your heavyweights. You kind of see what exercises will get you to a stronger lift. Speaking of that, we knew that 3 and a 4 and was something I was working on yesterday. So at a slower tempo, 60, which is faster than we started with yesterday. You do that. You kind of like, make that your warm up and then try to put it back together at a faster tempo. So ignoring everything else other than foot, we're going 1 and a 2 and 1 and a 2 and, or if we counted it correctly, it'd be 3 and a 4 and 3 and a 4 and. Just see how 60 fits with that. And 3 and a 4 and. It's a little bit fast, but not bad. And 3 and a 4 and 3 and a 4 and. E and a 4 and. Now it sounds nice, but it's not time. 3 E and a 4 and 3 E and a. And a 4 and. All right, let's go by 4s. So we'll probably do this to like, I don't know, we'll do this one more time on this one, and then we'll put the whole beat back together, and then try to push that whole tempo up. 3 and a 4 and 3 and a 4 and. I'm going to try to drink coffee and play at the same time. It didn't happen. And a 4 and. 3 E and a 4 and 3 E and a 4 and 3 E and a 4 and. but rushing just those kicks a little bit. Go to 68, and then we'll do this whole measure. So, we've got the whole measure together. 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 1. Cool. Let's hear the click, minute, stretch. Knock some of the rust off. 1, a 2, and a 4, and 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 1, a 2, 3, and a 4, and 1. You know, just important right now. So we're gonna go faster than we went yesterday, which is exciting for me. But it's important to remember, like, if I can't play it well, if I can't hear where I'm supposed to land on all of those, it means when I start speeding it up, I'm not gonna have a clue. I'm gonna fall apart really quickly. So it's important to just like play it slow, understand it slow. The minute you go too fast for yourself, slow it back down. 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and... So I won't say I'm not hitting 100% of the metronome, but maybe like 70, 73, 74%, you know, of the metronome. That's pretty good for me. So they'll get cleaned up later. 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and... Every once in a while, those kicks I feel a little sloppy, the doubles. So we'll go up by slower tempos. We only have to get to 118. So we're like, I don't know, 50 BPM away from that, if I could do math. No, we're 40 BPM away. Yeah, it's not bad. Also, check my math. No, that's right, 40. 3 plus 7 is 10. And then you have 10 left over. 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and... I wouldn't say falling apart yet, but like falling apart adjacent. 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 and... So falling apart now. We're gonna go up a little bit though, because I had like at least one connection at 78 or whatever it just was, that was working. So I feel like go up a little bit more. This might actually be a really short practice because like my main ambition. Maybe we'll look at something new in the song then. So like. Like I said, it's not a gain practice today. Today's not a hey, I'm energized, I'm full of life, pressing metronome without trying to. I'm not energized today, which is fine. Like I don't need to be energized every single day. You can come in here and just have a practice where you lay it down. We got tempos up a little bit. Then probably just need to take a day off, if anything, of drums. I don't know if I can do that via my schedule, but take a day off and refresh, and then come back at it fresh would be the best thing to do. We might instead like run this into the ground a little bit, but 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4, and 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4, and 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4, and 1, a 2, 3 and a 4, and so yeah, there were a couple in a row that were halfway decent. So I think just via like where I'm at today, let's leave it at 80, which means we're a ways away yet. Shoot, now we're 40. I don't know. We're 38 away. So I'm gonna skip this. I'm kind of like trying to focus on what my students working on, and so I can better help them in lessons, and maybe down the road give them a video that will help them as well. So there's a fill. Yeah, this is what I want to work on. So what is this? End of the chorus? Yeah, there's some riffing going on by Mr. Dave Grohl and the band. So a lot of this is the same as what we just covered. This is different. He can actually play this, but we'll go over this because I'll probably need to work on this. All right, so what are they doing? All crashes. They're going 1, a 2. Oh, so kind of a different little phrase, right? 1, a 2. So it's 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. So just those 2 16th notes in a row like that. 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1. All right. So via my mental energy and being only like 20 minutes into this, we're just going to kind of painstakingly do this, knowing... Actually, we're going to do this for like 5 or 10 minutes. These two measures here, which I need to work on. Also need to move my coffee cup to play that triplet. And then we'll spend like 5 minutes on what we just left and just see if I can like get those tempos right away and clean that up. All right. So I don't know this part. We have to learn this a minute. That 16th note there is causing me pause. Or pausing me cause, you might say. So it's most likely this symbol because that one's the higher one. But anyway, 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and nice, relaxing, right? And 2 and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 2 and 1 E and probably going to just be annoyed hitting this over and over again. So I'm just going to move to hi-hat. I will move it back to or crash in a second. 1, a 2, and 1, a 2, and 1 E, and 2, and 1 E, and 2, and 1 E, and... So because the next beat is a snare and then those 16th notes again, I kind of want to work on it like that whole measure. Because otherwise I'm used to going, what up, Megatron? Just having a lazy morning practice is what mid-morning practice. What are you up to today, my guy? All right, so we're going to try to go 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4. And I'll do a couple on the crash, and then move to the hi-hat. It's just more relaxed to play like that. So, especially if I'm going to do this for like a couple minutes. And a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and yeah, I was up until probably 2:30 last night. So purposely kind of started late, slept in a little bit, took a nice little walk. I was working on music last night, so it's like there's no reason to push, there's no reason to get up early. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do a couple hours of this. I'm gonna take what I call a crash nap, which is just like zone out and die to the world for 45 minutes and then go teach a couple lessons. That is my agenda for today. Hope to get a piano live in. I'm working on this song. It Smells Like Teen Spirit for a student. They have a recital in 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know what crocked last night means, but I might have definitely been crocked. Cooked? Crocked. I might have definitely been crocked. I don't know what it means, so maybe I shouldn't commit to saying that, but I might have been there. And then I have a student that's working on a piano song. And piano, for me, I just need to work a little harder because, I'm not that good at it. So drum lessons I can fake. I've done enough drum lessons where I'm like, here's how you play this beat. No, for sure, bro. I have the problem where I don't give myself enough time for stuff. So, crash. Crash if you feel like it. I'm already working today. I'm working later today. This is work, but this is fun work. But what are you up to, man? What are you doing? Oh, I did not drink, and I felt good about not drinking. So, did not drink. I might have took other substances, but not drinking felt good. I was more refreshed waking up this morning. Been trying to cut back on the drinking. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and... So yeah, at 54, this is pretty relaxed. Let's go up a little bit. As soon as we get up too fast, these doubles are going to be a little hard for me. And a 3 and a 4 and 1. A 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 3 and a 4 and 1. Every once in a while I miss that crash, but that's okay. Let's go up 1, 4 BPM section more. And then we're going to hit that other measure, the one with the triplet. 3 and a 4 and 1, a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and a 3 and a don't know why. After a while, I missed the crash. 3 and a 4 and... All right. I think we got the idea of that. Obviously, going to have to get that tempo up. Almost double of what it is right now. But let's look at this measure. So he's kind of playing off an idea that was used earlier in the song. And then we have that terrible measure as well. So, both of these are reminiscent of the beat that's used in the verse, or in the intro that we were working on. So he's going 1 and 2. That's what's going to take me a while. And not only does he go triplet 4 and, or 3 and, so it'd be 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and. So 2 triplet 3 and. So I was able to do this with the student quite a few times in a row, just getting into a rhythm. So I don't know what tempo we were doing though, but let's try 50. Slow and steady would win the race, especially for like that triplet. Anything that's a weird rhythm is hard for me to do. I need a lot of practice on it. So we're just going 2 triplet 4 and. So we're just going to really try to hear that rhythm. 2 triplet 4 and 2. We'll even see if I'm right with how I'm saying it. I was working on Believer. Believer has like it's all triplet based. You could think of it that way. 2 triplet 4 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and. I want that triplet to end up on that offbeat. 2 triplet 3. 2. So okay, let's hear how 50 fits. 2. So 50's just maybe like 2 clicks faster than what I was just counting. Let's go like 46. I want it to be easy at first so I could just really think about it. And let's also talk I'm not at 100%, which is fine. But like working on those first 2 measures, I was like, well, I got them really quickly. Within 20 minutes, I felt like I had the idea down. Now I could just keep on hammering them through, but kind of knowing where I'm at mentally right now. Just tired. Not nothing bad, nothing more than usual. But there's no reason to keep on hitting them, right? Like I went 10 BPM over what my goal was before, or where I was before. So it's like work on something new, get this new idea going, and then you can kind of cook that stuff later if you want to. 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet. So if you can get that, if you can hear where that's supposed to go, right, and not even worry about playing the rest of the beats. 2 triplet 3, 2 triplet, 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and. If you can play that successfully, like you're just dropping in, playing a beat, pulling back out, dropping in, playing the beat, pulling back out. Doing that is going to help you learn it really quick. And then you have to put it into context. But at least understanding the fundamental thing that you're trying to do, huge. 2 triplet 3 and 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 2 triplet 3 and. So I like to rush the beginning of the triplet. I think it's much faster than it is. Or I think my brain's like, hey, you got to put 3 inside of 1. Difficult to do. Longer story there. You can fit 3 into 1 and it's I want to start earlier. 2 triplet 3 and 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 just back and forth like that and you will get it. Waiting for my mic to just bite the dust. 2 triplet 3 and 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 2 triplet 3. So it might be a little bit of coaching like I'm doing right here. 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and. And you can hear anytime I have extra space after that triplet, right? There's a little bit of a hesitation that doesn't exist in time. Let's go 48. We'll go up by small movements. So hear the offbeat. 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and, right? Like there, the timing isn't a question for me. It's very easy to put that one tom of the beginning of the triplet in there. It's another good way to approach it, probably. 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and. 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3. Sweet, I like that. Every once in a while, my brain is a little hardwired to play what I see. You know, something I probably need to work on. So if something's written there, I want to play it very badly. So just every once in a while, I went just kind of like beep boop, and fell apart. So, but I do like this idea of going 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and. It's going to teach me not to rush that triplet, to hear that space between the 2 and the N. 2 triplet 3 and. You know, I'm always amazed when students pick up stuff so quickly, where I'm just like, my guy, how'd you figure that out? But they do it exactly how I'm doing it right now, except I'm showing them how to do it, right? Like I'm like, okay, you got to hear that triplet, you got to think about triplet, you got to count that out. And then we mimic each other back and forth. I can see kind of from what they're doing. I'm like, oh, they're holding that beat too long or they're doing this too long. Then we fix and we adjust. It's a longer process when you have to like do it over and over again by yourself, right? Like you're like, okay, well, I think it's this. Oh, no. Well, it's actually this. Or use this mechanism to hear the triplet. So oftentimes it's like you're just figuring it out on your own. It takes a little while. Also, though, like, there's like a huge advantage of that down the road where it's going to be so much easier, right? I already know this, like, because like when I teach, I'm like, oh man, you do this, you do these 2 things, and the kid's just like, what? How do you figure that all out? I'm like, well, I've done this more years than you've been alive. 1 triplet, 2 triplet 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 and 2 triplet 3 and 2 triplet 3 and. It's not getting much better. All right, so one stream seems to be having issues. Let's see if. Okay, it's good. Let's do like 5 more minutes. We'll go back to the beginning. So let's save this so we kind of know relative tempos. At least introduce the new idea. I'm going to do about 5 more minutes and then take a break and then do some piano. So we're just going to jump in last little bit. We're just going to see if we can jump to these tempos. Probably will not be great. We'll find out. 72 is where I left off like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So, all right. My brain is trying to remember this beat. And a 3, and a 4, and 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and. So this is what happens sometimes where that's really super easy for me now, right? Other times I'll come back to it after a practice and be like, man, do I know how to play drums? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. E, so I'm not getting that E of the 16th note really clean. It's kind of why I go back to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Right there, there's very little room for me to make a mistake on that. I can understand 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and also need to hit those hi-hats a little bit louder. But there's something with my brain having to think of 1 E. Right after I'm done with that, right after I'm done with that flam, 1 E and 1 E, 1 E. And sometimes you got to play without the metronome. I know I say a lot of like conflicting things, but sometimes you do have to play without metronome. Sometimes, dude, I think a majority of your practice should be with metronome. You will own the shit out of everything if you play with metronome over and over again. Then, like right now, I need to work on getting my leg to be like, hey, my guy, Mr. Leg. As soon as I'm done with this flam, you got to go. And I need it to be on command. Okay. Then I need to be able to go 1 E and I'm trying to teach it that control and how it sounds, and then put it back to metronome, which we're probably playing, a little bit faster than 72 right there. I'm using metronome as control right now. It's helping me understand where I'm at in the song. I do that for students a lot. Like, hey, we now know that we can play this at 72 BPM. So when I pick this up tomorrow, I'm not kind of like spending my first 5 minutes going, well, how fast goes I? How good am I? What can I do? 72, ready to go. And then you can build on top of that. Doing this kind of trick of like, hey, teaching my brain and body how that sounds. And that will help you speed it up too. All right, a little bit more on this. 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and before we're out of time. Same thing on this. This is kind of nice. It's kind of like a quick little review inside of your actual practice. 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and 1, a 2, 3 E and a 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 E and a 2, a 3 E and a 4 and cool. That's about what I have time for, guys. Thanks for checking it out. If you want to help support us, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We appreciate your guys' support, and you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday.